Welcome. My name is Basil Scaljon. I appreciate your attention. I'm going to be presenting some personal ideas about Oriental carpets, the knotted carpet, and some of my ideas about what the essence of the knotted carpet is, where they evolved from, and what their significance is. My talks are going to be basically personal. There's going to be very little discussion of rug production technique. There's going to be very little discussion of history and historical influences. Basically, I've been in the business for 35 years. I've seen a lot of rugs, I've handled a lot of rugs, and I've bought and sold a lot of rugs. From that experience, I want to share with you my ideas about what the gestalt of the knotted carpet is. In one sense, what is the knotted carpet, and why can it be potentially important? The knotted carpet is somewhat of an anachronism in this 21st century. I know of very, very few art and craft commodities that use this idea of high craft, execution, conception, expense of materials to make an object that is in the marketplace and being used by lots of people. But the history of the knotted carpet goes back over 2,500 years. Its origins could be Neolithic. Groups of humans tending their sheep, using wool to make blankets, to provide a platform to protect them from the natural world. It's a very, very old art form and utilitarian object. So when we look at the knotted carpet, there are just so many stages and so many transitions. We could go back to nomadic transhumanist lifestyle, the herding of sheep, the nomadic moving of animals from high and low elevations. We could go next to Phoenician traders in the 14th, 15th, and 16th century, getting Oriental carpets and bringing them to Europe, in Italy, England, Belgium, Holland, and selling them to the rich and powerful. Popes, they were found in churches, they were found in palaces. We see Henry VIII standing for his portrait on a 16th century Holbein carpet, Turkish. So the relationship of the West and the East is very, very inextricably connected. The next transition would be mid-19th century. Wealthy industrialists buying carpets from the Middle East and decorating their mansions with them. The next transition would be 1920s, the commercialization of the Oriental carpet. And then all of a sudden here we are in the 21st century, and we see carpets on floors, providing foundation, providing a living space, enriching the space, hopefully, and offering enjoyment in the domestic environment. My approach is going to be involving three issues that I think we need to talk about. As we can understand the Oriental carpet as art history. We can talk about where it came from, who wove it, what are the sociological, historical connections between the rug and the history and sociology and anthropology of the people that made it. or we can transition to a second way of looking at the rug, a formalistic approach, an approach that involves the definition of beauty. Why is this rug beautiful? What are the formalistic elements that create visual interest in this? Reciprocal design, sensation of space. And then we can transition to probably, and absolutely, the most important approach is the significance of the rug. What does the rug say about the human condition? What does it say about the nature of human relationship with the outer world? What does it say about the nature of the cosmos? So these issues were very much a part of the weaving ideas, the weaving concepts that these weavers dealt with. And it was apparent in these ideas, these issues, apparent in nomadic weaving, tribal weaving, apparent in the cottage weaving industry, and lastly in the court carpets, or the Safavids, or the Tamarids, or the Seljuks, dealing with the nature of the Godhead. So with that being said, I'd like to talk about and give you a vague overview of the history of the carpet and sort of where it fits into the human story.